mobility deep into this part of the body. If you like this video, be sure to leave me a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and when you're ready to practice with me in depth, I invite you over to my online channel, omstars.com. So let's get started. Comfortable seated position. Close the eyes. Let's bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's rest the hands down. And the first position we're going to start in is very close to where I'm seated right now. I'm just going to turn over to the side and we're going to do double pigeon or the fire log position, almost like your shin bones or two logs stacked on top of one another. If you need to support the knees, you can put the block underneath the knee or the other one, or both of them for that matter. And then we'll hold this position for about 5 breaths. Draw the navel in, and I want you to think very consciously about really lifting the spine up out of the pelvic bowl and relaxing and releasing the hips. We'll stay again. We have about 2 more breaths. Nice. Let's do 1 more big breath. And then on the next exhalation, I'd like you to pivot forward and just lightly bend forward. You can rest the elbows on the shin bones, or if it's comfortable, you can come all the way down. And we'll hold another 5 breaths. Keep it steady. Keeping the navel in. Relax as much as you can. 2 more breaths. Just saying hello to the hips without any forcefulness. All right, inhale, we come all the way up and exhale. Hold underneath your knees. Let's change positions and just switch the legs. At first, let's sit forward and up and really lift up from the pelvic bowl. We'll balance here for 1, drawing the navel in, 2. Keep it steady, 3. Feel the hips, don't force. You can give a little wiggle just to figure out how it feels inside the pelvis. And 5, let's fold a little bit forward. You can rest the elbows on the shin bones, or if it's comfortable for you, can come all the way down. And then let's exhale, fold as far as is comfortable for you. Give it time. 1, 2, steady. Keeping the navel in. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, let's lift the center of the chest all the way back up. Now, I want you to release the right leg. Leave the left knee forward. And then let's come into sort of an open, almost like a windmill legs. And so it's kind of an open variation of pigeon. So we can kind of fold slightly forward. And then I'd like to see if you can come up using the hands, roll through the hip joints and switch the direction. So bend forward. And we're just going to track with the hands through the back so we can roll through the hips all the way forward. And we'll do that 2 more times. Tracking through the hip. Tracking through the hip. Good. And then now, let's see about exploring this without using the hands for support. So we're going to roll through the hip joint Exhale, fold, roll through the hip joint, and exhale, fold, roll through the hip joint, and exhale, fold, roll through the hip joint, and exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, up, exhale, roll through the hip joint. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, roll through the hip joint. All right, all the way back up. Let's cross the feet. And then slowly hide the shin bones underneath. And let's come up to the hands and knees. Now we've got the hips in a nice kind of position, so let's just swing them side to side, kind of feeling the outer edges of the hips. Doing really well. Get that feeling. Then let's curl the toes under and inhale up to downward facing dog. We're just gonna feel now a little side to side motion. Good, and we'll stay five breaths. 1, deep breathing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's walk lightly in. Gently bend the knees and we'll slowly straighten the legs. Release through the hamstrings, release your forward fold. That's giving you access a little bit into a deeper position in the pelvis. We'll just stay 2 breaths here, or 2 more breaths, I should say. And let's do 1 more breath. And then roll through the hip joints. Come on down through a squat. Sit down. Let's separate the feet. Nicely done. And then bring the blocks over in place. And if you don't have the blocks, feel welcome to use a big pillow to support the chest. And we'll separate the legs a little bit and work the inner thighs, giving you access into a little bit deeper external rotation. Come forward onto the elbows, and then you can explore. Ooh, maybe you don't want the blocks so high, and we'll stay for 5 breaths here. Good. Keep it stable. 1. Deep breathing, no stress. 2. You can close the eyes and settle in. If it feels comfortable for you, you can fold all the way down. 4. Relax. Keep a little engagement through the pelvic floor, through the legs. 2 more breaths. Last breath. That's good. Inhale, we'll come all the way back up, and exhale. Remove the blocks. Switch those over to the side. Come down to seated. Settle your mind for a moment and feel the hips and notice that gentle feeling of aliveness and awakeness inside of the pelvis, inside of the hips. And we'll bring the hands together. A long, deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me on this practice. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, and may your hips be filled with love. Keep practicing.
Vous l'avez sûrement vu sur votre fil. Il parle d'une méthode non conventionnelle, voire bizarre, pour créer une confiance en soi totale et transformer sa vie à tous les niveaux. Bon, j'avoue, j'ai été un petit peu sceptique au début, mais j'ai vu que sa méthode était vraiment puissante, et surtout différente de toutes celles que j'ai connues auparavant. Car il ne va pas dire « et des pensées positives et tout arrivera comme par magie ». Non, 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 non. En fait, suite à des recherches en développement personnel, psychologique